The grand final! We're here, everybody! Meta Madness 5, and it is the grand final match between the Hardos and Team WAH. Oh my god, this is gonna be awesome. Best of 5 series, here we go. We had all best of 3 so far during the tournament, and now we have the potential of having 76 heroes banned for Game 5. If we're going to Game 5. That's of course the big if. There could be a 3-0, can always happen in a grand final, but it's gonna be insane here. Meta Madness again, 30 heroes are pre-banned. The heroes were chosen by the community with a big poll, and now every single hero that gets played in the series can only be played once, and that results in total with 76 heroes being banned on a 5th map. Now, with Tumor Spider Queen, we see first and foremost Sylvana's banned out, so no momentum on that end. Also, Falstad gets banned. Obviously, the two teams met each other once. And the last time that they battled it out was in the winner bracket final, and that series was fire. And the Hardos won it. The Hardos were able to claim victory, so they moved into the grand final through the winner bracket, and Team WAH had to go through the lower bracket, through the losers bracket, and had to take down the Donuts, amongst others, and were able to do that. And Chili Mountain, sorry, they only beat Chili Mountain, my bad. But yeah, so we are now in our best of 5, finally, map number 1. Medivh gets banned too, and I'm a happy panda. I mean, this is a fantastic pairing, and we had some great games already. The tournament was a full success. I mean, that tournament was really a blast. Especially the winner bracket matches were absolutely incredible. Now we have a Maiev first pick on map number 1 for Nick. And especially in the previous series, Maiev and Karrigan were pretty much regularly banned out time and time again. Especially Chili Mountain did not want to go up against any of the two and banned them regularly in every draft, or at least that's what it felt like. Now Maiev gets picked first. Leo and Gazlo. Ban Cho'Gall, baby. Ban Cho'Gall. At this point, I am really terrified. Whenever I see the Gazlo appear, I'm reminded of the Towers of Doom game that got played by the red team, and they played it with Cho'Gall and Morales, and oh my god. So yeah, Gazlo in game number 1. Here we are already, the first game of the best of 5, and they go straight away for the Gazlord. And in addition to that, we get Mephisto plus Yrel, so things are already spicy. Yeah, Mephisto in particular, played by Hanzo apparently this time. His damage output when played correctly is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Oh boy. And here come the bans. I really wanna... Yeah, they banned Malfurion. They're baiting the Cho'Gall ban. They're baiting it. Of course Cho'Gall is gonna get banned now. With you picking Leo and banning Malfurion, I mean, are you kidding me? At this point, the Hardos, they have two choices. Either they say, alright, we get the message, we're banning him, or they're saying, you're bluffing. That's the choices. Either they're saying, like, nah, you're bluffing, you're not going for him. Look how long they take for that ban. And there it is. Yeah, they were pretty much deciding who they should ban, Cho or Gal, one of the two. So yeah, even if it was just the bait, it definitely worked. Cho'Gall gets banned out. We still got the Gazlord in play. But that's... I mean, again, they just forced them to ban Cho'Gall. So that's already awesome to begin with. I'm sure that if it goes to a 5th map, we're gonna see him eventually. Here comes Varian, and we got Rhaegar. Okay. So that's a triple frontline pretty much already. They still need a damage dealer from afar. And we have a lot of mages still up. You could go for Gul'dan, you could go for Kel'Thas. Genji is still up if you're looking for it. Mephisto obviously is already in for the Hardos. Technically you can also go for Dinos, Ophia that he played earlier. But we get Phoenix and we get Rexa. Okay. That is Maiev Rexa frontline. I promise there's a couple of main tanks left in the hero pool, but they go for Rexa and Maiev up at the front. Again, I want to remind everybody, this is game 1. This is game number 1, and there's the Karrigan on the other side. All right. What the fuck is happening here? Like, Did we skip? Did I miss some games? Is this game 4? Tomb of the Spider Queen, everybody. Game number 1, the Hardos against Team WAH. And we have already some crazy drafts here. Let's get things going. The grand final, everybody. Meta Madness number 5. It's already a crazy draft, and we're only in game number 1 out of a best of 5 series. On the left side, the blue team with Phoenix, played by Hanzo. We got Copenhagen on Rexa. Bad Benny on the main tank Maiev. We've seen it before. We've seen it from Lauber. Nick is playing Mephisto, goes into Unyielding Power, the Skull Missile build, very similar to what we've seen from the Chinese and Korean teams in the recent tournament. Yazu on Yrel, and on the right side of the map, it is Team WAH with Dequaza on Leoric, and Ana H on Rhaegar, Masquerade on Varian. We get Dainu on Gazlo, and Ultralisk on Carrigan. 5 melees going up against a team that doesn't play a real tank. That's Meta Madness for you, everybody. The teams are definitely gonna have some fun with this one. And I can't wait to see what else is popping up through the games that we get here. I really just pray that we at least get 4 maps out of this series, because it is going to be a blast. I mean, either way, it's gonna be great. Austin's Renewal on level 1 for Leo. We got Rexa for now at the top, and Phoenix is taking them down to the bottom of the map. With Yrel, they're going to try and make sure that Mephisto is going to get all of that damage out. He is incredible if you can play him properly, especially against the melee lineup. When everybody is stacked and Mephisto gets his damage out, oh boy, can you do work. And they played Mephisto a few times. Do you remember the game on Infernal Shrines that they played, where Mephisto single-handedly destroyed the entire team and led to a victory? That was Nick using a choke point with Endurance of Hate and just crushing everybody. And we could see that again. There's a lot of potential choke points on this map too. Now they go straight up for their bruisers. And on the right side of the map we see the same play undertaken by the red team. Level 1, the big gamer hunter for our boys in red. And Gazlo's already sitting up topside as they're starting to make the plays here. It's all about the gems in the early game. Try to get the camps. Also at the bot lane now, Bad Benny and Harzlobs is trying to take the siege shines. Quasa's a little bit low. Definitely needs an assist if they want to try and take this one over, which they are indeed attempting to do. At least Carrigan is here and so is Banana Age. But one of the problems for the red team is, of course, that with a composition like this, they can really steamroll an opponent if they play their cards right. But also, they need to heavily commit to a fight once they engage into the battle. So once you're committed, you're committed. Moving out of it again is going to be really, really difficult, especially with a tether from Maiev, with also the stuns from Misha. So you have to be super, super careful when you're going deep on these. Now, with level 4, Varian is going to be the one to set things up for Carrigan thanks to the taunt. And yeah, that is already. But Bad Benny is alive, and Rhaegar is dead. Yeah, the kill against Rhaegar, the support gone, and that's always a disaster. Once you lose your support, you pretty much have no sustain left in the fight and just gotta move back. And that gets exploited by the Hardos as they come in swinging. They want Masquerade, and they might get him, but they already took the fountain down. Varian is dead, Carrigan is low, she gets attacked too, and that's a triple kill, baby. 3 heroes down, 3 kills to 0. The Hardos with some mad aggression in game number 1. And they're making a play for the fort. That is a slapdown. Game number 1, and they are murdering. I mean, holy hell. 3 kills to 0, and they take the fort. Please tell me that you take the fort down. Thank you. Alright, Nick is coming in and takes it. Even if he dies now, I still call worth. And yes, he goes down for it. I don't care. I call worth it. The B steps are real, so they drop those too. But yes, at least the fort is gone. Dino's turning in 17. They still hold another 16. 32 in the hands of the blue team. Harzobs is now back at the bottom of the map against Dequaza. But it's just incredible that they were able to take a fort down this early in the game without even having to use their web weavers. So now we got level 7 talents in play for the Hardos. Obviously, it's all about the turn-in and the potential to get web weavers in at this point in time. But there's still no level 7 for Team WAH. Paralyzing Rage on level 4. Yep, and here comes the play for Carrigan. But it's a trap! It's a trap! Ultralisk is still alive, and they're trying to go for Rexa. That's a double stun. There's the kill. There is the double... No, Kerrigan falls. Yasuo might also die, but they're still looking at a potential turnaround. And Bad Benny is so low that he has to retreat too. Hazops is warping out, gets some damage connected. Nick finds himself in trouble as he gets slowed. But he is... I think that was a mistake. Yeah, he's gonna fall for sure. I honestly think that if he just tried to walk away, he might have been able to escape, but him making that little maneuver, that sealed his fate for sure, because that's not only Varian that you're going up against, but you have Rhaegar and also the stuns from Dino. So yeah, he just made sure that Mephisto, once he popped back in, was immediately stun locked and died. So now it's 4 kills to 4, and the red team has the first turn in. Initially, they were the ones slapped around in the mid lane in particular, but now they are taking objective number 1 in this game. And the Hardos have lost some ground here. It looked a bit dicey for just a second for Team WAH, but now they're back to business and just showcasing how effective they can be with all of these stuns that they're chaining up here. The full melee setup is doing some work. Nick is getting the damage out, obviously, but they still need to blow these web weavers up, or they are going to lose some of those structures as well. Phoenix is still at the bottom of the map, so far alone against Gazlo, but Rhaegar's coming in to help him out. In the middle, they're blowing this one up. Yeah, Hanzo should be totally fine down here, even though he gets slowed slightly. But it's, of course, the rest of the team that is the worry now. Ultralisk with the attempt. Nice whip. And Kerrigan is dead. Yasu, you monster, comes in with a big whip. Here's the level 10 abilities as they're trying to go for Dino. Gasler's already on the run, but they're trying to lock him in. And the whip again. Oh, one whip at a time. Yasu reigns supreme. And that's a double kill, a triple kill, and an entire wall eliminated. The early level 10 ability helped them to be that dominant in the fight. Now heroics are ready for the red team too. And with that we get again the Robo Goblin. The blue web weavers are now going to touch ground. Ancestral healing is in and we get the Entomb. And camps are taken all over the place. Team WAH is taking the Bruisers. On the left side we see the same thing happening from the Hardos. And in addition to that, they took the Siege Giants. So they got those two. And of course now they're aiming for the fort at the bottom and at the top lane. Maybe in the middle they can even take that. I mean, in an ideal world you want to try and take that wall down. You're not going to get the keep, obviously. But there's a full-on defense at the bottom of the map. So they have to rotate top and deal with that. Uh-oh, Dequaza has 21 gems. Careful. Varian is on the move. Web Weavers are getting unleashed in the middle as the Bruiser camp falls. But they need to do a bit more damage here, and they're going up to the top. This is the last Web Weaver that really could take a 4 down. Nice, Aegis. Very, very nicely done. That would have been a problem for sure for Hazu. That combo from Kerrigan was absolutely spot on after the taunt came in. So yeah, now they're doing fine. Web Weavers in the middle. Guys, this could really put some pressure onto the keep and maybe even do some damage here. Dequaza is down, the gems on the ground, and Masquerade picks them up. They're trying to go for Dino. They can't get the kill here, but the Web Weaver is still going strong up at the top. Benny gets taunted and is able to jump out with the Vault of the Wardens, and Masquerade is in real trouble. With 20 gems in his hands, that's a disaster for them. They need to keep him alive, and they pull it off. Now Gazlo in the middle. He's dealing with the remaining parts of the last Web Weaver, but that keep has now taken damage. The top fort hasn't fallen, but I would still call it a pretty successful objective, considering that they were able to damage the mid lane keep. It's way better than I expected, honestly. I didn't really think that they could even scratch that. Now we have level 13 available, and that gives us the piercing lash after initially we, of course, got the repeated offense. So right now, on the right side, the red team, again, sitting so far tight, obviously, trying to also now attempt to push with their own Bruiser camp once available. Be interestingly enough, still have that going on. I mean, you go, buddy. Don't get me wrong. Like, take that wall down. Bad wall. Slap that wall. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. This is gonna take a while, though. But, yeah. I mean, I like the enthusiasm. Don't get me wrong. He really wants that thing. Now, you could have tried to help your boys out with the keep, but he has other plans. He has other plans. Like, guys, this is really important for the late game. When we try to attack from the angle, that's the best play that we can make. So, yeah. There's a man on a mission. I don't know. I'm not sure what to tell you. That man has a mission. And he is dedicated. The fight over here. Aegis after taunt and entomb. Beautiful play. And here comes the play for Kerrigan. She's already dead. He's still fighting. And Rhaegar is down. Rhaegar is down. Quasar finally had enough and is trying to eliminate him. But of course, talking about eliminating things, the fort topside is getting destroyed too. 10 kills to 4. A mad amount of momentum now for the Hardos. And the Red Web Weavers, they were summoned, but with 2 heroes dead, there's little to nothing that Team WAH should be able to accomplish with this. I would be shocked if they're gonna get a fort here. I would be shocked if they can break properly through a wall. Maybe the tower, but not much more than that. Top is already taken. Now, to be fair, it's 5 versus 5 on the map again, so they defeated 1. And they did some damage here, but they might be able to get a little bit more out of this than I expected. I don't think that they can take a fort down, but maybe they have a bit of a chance. Now, here in the middle, ooh, careful. Dino is also a bit in trouble. But they're taking this one down. And at the bottom of the map, Web Beavers are dead, so yep, the fort still stands. And here comes the last remaining push is at the bottom of the map, but even with the minion waves here, what are they gonna do? The problem is really the level lead for the Hardos, because Team WAH is gonna fall behind with an entire talent once they soak a few more waves. And there's also a turn-in available. The blue team has a turn-in available now, so if they sync both of them up, and they do, then that might cost the red team not only their last remaining fort on the map, but maybe even a bit more. Unless they get kills, of course. That's a different story. Nice attempt here. Oh, the salvo. Can they get a hit in against Varian, maybe? He's protected. Dino is low. Dino is low, and he nearly dies. Hanzo went deep for the potential kill and was now entombed by Quasar. He might even fall here because Ultralisk wants the combo, but the Aegis is again on point. They consume soul, and there's the first kill. Kerrigan, hoppity hop, like a bunny on speed. Ultralisk, he still gets killed as Mephisto shows no mercy. That is Nick just crushing through the team, dropping Kerrigan. 2 have been eliminated. The fort at the bot lane are 100% gonna fall. And with level 16 talents and a 5 versus 3 situation on the map, they are moving through the middle. They want Masquerade. The whip saved him. No stun in this case. Missed the stun. But they are going, of course, for keep number 1 in this game. Keep number 1 will fall. The fort at the bottom has been eliminated. And Unstructured's Team WAH is so far behind now. It's ridiculous. 12 kills to 4. And they could now make a play for boss. Damage output, Mephisto is at 46,000. 46,000 damage for Mephisto. He died twice. 25,000 for Varian. Varian is top damage. Varian is top damage for the red team. More damage than anybody else. Again, they don't have a range damage dealer. They are full melee. They were trying to gain tons of momentum, but that commits you to fights big time, as already mentioned during the draft. So now we have another potential play here for a turn-in. They have 58 gems. The whip, this time with a successful stun into the wall. The tether back into the battle. Bad Benny might have to use the Vault of the Wardens. Yet dodges out on the Ultralisk. Nice timing. Benny gets out again. Quasar is a little bit low. Has with a lot of damage, gets taunted, but is able to get away from Varian as the red team is still looking for a kill opportunity, but can just not find it. Level 16 talents are by now also ready for Team WAH, and they still attempt to turn in, but they are not able to complete it. Here comes the Consume Soul. More AoE with a salvo. Kerrigan low. Everybody in trouble. Dino in particular. But the Ancestral Healing is there again. He still might fall. And he does indeed. He's not the only one. Quasar also died. That's another 5 versus 3 situation for the Hardos. And they go for boss. Yeah, having a couple of range damage dealers is definitely serving them well. Mephisto in particular is crushing it, but Hanzo has of course also done a lot of damage, as you can see. 55,000 by him, nearly on par with Mephisto. Now Varian turned in, so Team WAH is clearly trying to trade Web Weavers, trade their objective for a boss defense. But it doesn't seem like the Hardos are willing to give him that. Instead, they go for a potential kill against Leo again, who barely makes it out. And they want the top keep. Of course they want the top keep. This is the best shot that you're gonna get to take the second keep down. The Web Weavers are just disappearing, melting away. And the top keep is in trouble and should not... Yeah, I mean, there's no way they save this one. It's just not happening. And technically, if you get a few kills here, you can even go for the core. Web Weavers or no Web Weavers. But if you feel you can't end, you should probably still fall back and try to defend the mid and the bot lane. Aegis already being used. Leo nearly dead. Karrigan jumping in again. The keep is down. And they go for Dino. And Gazlo gets murdered. Gazlo is down again. The rest of the team falls back as Yrel has also fallen. The Web Weavers, they take down the bottom fort. 2 keeps are gone on the side of the red team. And at this point, yeah, we have Gazlo with the top damage on the red team, but also the most deaths. No, it's actually not true. Karrigan died 5 times. Karrigan died 5 times. She got bullied around much, much harder. Yeah, Ultralisk was going deep several times, and he got punished for it. Half a level until 20, so the Hardos are looking at Storm Talons coming up next. And as you can tell, Team WAH is trying to make the best out of a bad situation and see if they can push the bot lane a bit more before Yrel is back. And the answer is... Nope. Not happening. Yeah, unless, of course, the blue team is going to int a little bit here. I don't really think that's going to happen. But there they come with another quick play. They're trying to go for the Quasar, who barely sneaks out of the fight. 15 kills to 5, everybody. And the upgrades on level 20 are in. That gives us the Consume Soul into the Consumed by Hatred. We get the kill command. And on top of that, we have the Unconquered Spirit. Alright. They have 56 gems, another 4, and they have another Web Weaver wave. I mean, mid lane, bot lane, easily taken. If they can take the fight, that would be even better. And they're starting to go for it. They're jumping into the middle. Here comes the big hit. Hanzo! And the Unconquered Spirit keeps him alive as Karrigan dies. Varian is in trouble. He might go down too, but Benny is able to make it out of the battle. Gets healed back up, and they are crushing. They're crushing through the red team now. They're going straight up through Team WAH like hot butter through cheese. They come straight in for the kill on the core. Game number 1. The Hardos, after beating the red team in the winner bracket final, they also take the lead in the best of 5 here at the grand final of Meta Madness 5. The victory on Towers of Doom. They lock in the W and are now 1-0 ahead against Team WAH in this series. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Game number 2, Towers of Doom. The best of 5 continues. The grand final, everybody. Hardos against Team WAH. Alright. The Hardos, they won the winner bracket final. Can they also take the grand final and secure themselves the biggest chunk of the prize pool? We'll find out. We'll see. Tournament, of course, sponsored by Hightech. Again, guys, for final time, if you want to have more Meta Madness in the future, if you enjoy the tournament, especially if you watch it on YouTube, go into the description of the video. There's a link to Hightech. Check them out. If there's some traffic coming from the tournament here to their website, they're going to be happy. If the sponsor is happy, we can run more tournaments with them in the past. It's a click for you, and it really helps me when I talk to them about future events. So make sure that you check them out. Hightech is amazing. They're a great company. If you are in the market for something, obviously have a closer look. But even just clicking the link is already helping. So yeah, definitely check them out. Towers of Doom, we get the Hogger banned. We're getting rid of the global, and we have also Medivh and the Vikings eliminated. Now keep in mind that the 10 heroes that were played on the first map are not allowed to be picked again. So in total, 40 heroes are banned, and of course then another 6 will be banned in the draft, for this map at least. False Stat comes in, first and foremost, so we get at least some global action with Abathar banned out. It's kind of sad that we don't get a huge combo there. This is the map, by the way, where Team WAH was playing the Cho'Gall draft a couple of times now. Granted, with Gaslow the last few times, but I wouldn't put it past them to lock him in again. So there is a chance that that happens. And believe me, the Hardos are very well aware of that. Oh, but that's a good start. Mirrodin Tyrande. That's a really, really nice composition that they have for roaming, for interrupts on the altars. Mirrodin being a little bit of a pest no matter what. And honestly, he is probably, from our tanks, the best tank that was still available. We have only a few available. ETC is also up. You have Mirrodin, you have Mal'Ganis, but there's really not a lot available. The two roles that have been choked out the most by those 30 pre-bans are the tanks and the supports. Kharazim and Zul. Yeah. And I'm interested in the bans now. Because if you're going up against Team WAH, the thing is always, how crazy are they getting? They're the ones that dropped the Gaslow in game number 1. So you never really know what's coming here. Zul, they played him a lot on Towers of Doom, so that isn't really a surprise. Falstad can go for the disengage. But these are the guys that are playing Cho'Gall multiple times, and I'm not sure if the Hardos are just saying, hey, let's ban him. But instead they go for the ban on Tyrael. Alright. So Tyrael gets banned. and what's the red team now getting rid of? We have Sergeant Hammer, by the way, still available. And okay, Medivh got banned already, but Sergeant Hammer is still up. And Hanzo is known for his Sergeant Hammer plays. So there is a chance that eventually in this series, it's going to be Hammer time. And I think that they know that too. So when are you going to ban him out? For now, they don't worry about it. They have false stats, so they want to be safe, and they ban Genji. Nobody's going to chase the chicken that hard. What is Nick going to play? That's the next question. It's not only about what Hanzo's going to play, but Nick is always, you know, the one that comes in with the X-Factor pick. We have also technically still a Valeera up. In the past, we've seen Valeera and Abathar. Now, Abathar has been banned, obviously, but that's something to keep in mind for later maps in this series. There's Li Ming, and there is Sonya. Yeah, they're going pretty much down the normal paths, picking the last few remaining S-tier heroes that are still up for the taking. And of course with that, what else? Let me see. Final 2 picks here. Every time these guys are drafting, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, okay, what are they pulling this time? Ah, pretty normal. Sylvanas. Okay. And Mal'Ganis. Yeah, very, very normal draft if we compare it to what happened in game number 1. So okay, things are settling down a little bit. They're getting rid of the S-tier heroes as we move into game number 2. Before things get completely out of hand. And Hanzo, last but not least, is it Hammer time? Or are we going to get something completely different from him? Nick on Li Ming, looking for resets, obviously. If you can help him with a poke, would help. A lot of mages are still up. And it's Hammer time! Oh yeah! The Hammer in the house! Towers of Doom, everybody. The second map in the best of 5 series here at the grand final of Meta Madness 5. Let's go. Game number 2 between the Hardos and Team WAH. And it is Hammer time. On the left side, Hazuops on Sergeant Hammer. It is time to party, and party we will. Never give the Germans the Panzer. But apparently they didn't realize that yet, so big mistake from Team WAH, from the Frenchies. And of course, now we got Bad Benny on Mirrodin, we got Yaz on Tyrande, and Copenhagen on Sonya. On the right side of the map, Quasar on Zul, Dino on Falstad, Ultralisk on Sylvanas, Masquerade with Mal'Ganis, and Banana H on Kharazim. Level 1, stacking for Falstad, going into the Gathering Storm here. On top of that, we have for the Sergeant, the Advanced Artillery, the Dwarf Block for Bad Benny, and of course, with the draft that we're seeing from the red team, they're definitely taking this serious. They want to make sure that they're bringing this one back. Banana H riding the yellow snowflake. I mean, again, guys, I don't know how often I have to tell that to people, but never, never eat, ride, drink, or whatever yellow snow. That's frozen pea. Why would you choose that? There's so many good colors on that thing. It's like, why this one? It's like, ugh. I mean, I can smell it from here. That's where we're at right now. Those are, you know, those city kids that never peed their name into the snow. That's pretty much the only thing that's happening. On level 1, we got the Ranger. A bit of a brawl happening. The top lane, Sonya against Zul. Down at the bottom, Falstad against the Birdie. which pretty much would put him up against himself. Yeah, good job, Khaldor. Nicely done. I think you need another coffee. So yeah, Sergeant Hammer against Falstad. We got Bad Benny coming in with a Stormbolt. And of course, for Hammer, we need the level 7 to really get him his full power spike. The Siege Tactics on level 4. And then a bit of more movement around the level 7 talent that allows you to just reposition much more easily. Stun into stun. That's where Tyrande and Muradin absolutely shine. So, job well done. And down at the bottom of the map, our little battle between these two is still playing out. But Dino is fully aware that eventually there's going to be a couple of rotations towards him to try and take him down. Bad Benny easily gets away here. Dino was just attempting to get a few more stacks in. Nothing crazy. So yeah, taking it easy for the time. With level 4 talents, again, Siege Tactics, that's inevitable. Reverberation is coming in for Muradin. We got the Triumvirate. And there they are, the combos again. And Masquerade with the Fell Claws is moving out of the battle. But you can already tell how difficult it is even for him to stay alive when this Muradin Stormbolt connects and Tyrande is following it up on it. And Yasuo, you can just really trust that guy. The Stormbolt comes, the stun is there, and there's the combo from Nick. It's amazing to me that they didn't get a kill yet. It really is. The way that they're executing that combo here, it is pretty incredible that nobody has died yet. But they are applying so much pressure that it's nearly impossible for Team WAH to move in. And is it? Yes, there it is, the first one. Mal'Ganis is down, and that is just a ruthless killer squad that is roaming the map now. And also, of course, shielding Hanzo on Sergeant Hammer, providing a bit of extra space for him. Top right, the channel, Ultralisk is going to get at least one, but I assume that 2 of the altars will be taken by the Hardos. And well, there's the interrupt. That's also inevitable when you're playing against the Tyrande. But shots are fired. Damn. Double hit is in. Slight delay, but the red team is now connecting their own shots on the left side. So 36 to 32. But yeah, opening into the game. Very aggressive from the blue team. Playing around their stun combo as best they can. Poor Mal'Ganis. Oh, sad. Sad panda. Yeah, he was trying to go for a move by himself, and then all of a sudden it just turns against him as the Stormbolt hits him full in the face and he gets murdered there. Sonya's trying to escape, but against 3, even the spin to win doesn't work. They're still making plays for Masquerade, and yeah, it's just one combo after another, and Mal'Ganis is dead again. Masquerade is not having a fun game here, I can tell you that much. That poor guy is just looking for an engage to prep anything for his teammates, and then hit after hit comes through, just murdering him. So he's down. We got the Hover Siege mode now in as well. And, well, here we go. On the left side of the map, we early got Yasuo, Nick, and Hanzo going for the next camp here. Kharazim is by now going into the Blinding Speed. I mean, super standard build from him up to this point. The only thing where we might see some variation is, of course, the level 16 talent. Smacks. Oh, Zul! Nick is beasting it today. Nice. But now Bad Benny is forced to jump out. That was a good setup for Masquerade, but it's just not good enough to get them a kill. But yeah, as mentioned, Banana H very likely going to go for full standard on this one. The only one that deviates some of the talents away every now and then is Smexy these days, when he goes for more of a damage output with a level 16 talent. But I assume that given the stuns that we have here, Cleansing Touch just is a must-have. So total standard setup from Kharazim for now. Sylvana's pretty much in the same vein here. The boomerang follow-up from Dino, of course, after he initially went into the Gathering Storm. Yeah, the shots get fired again. So now we're at 28 to 36. They try to take those things out at the bottom of the map. Sonya with a full spin to win, by the way. Life Funnel and Hurricane here for Sonya. So no smashy smash from Copenhagen. Definitely a slight adjustment that he made. But with 3 kills to 1 and a decent lead in experience, the Hardos will go for the early level 10. And yeah, Team WAH is starting to struggle. Bad Benny jumped in and Dino nearly got a heart attack, or was able to slide back out. There's the level 10 abilities and we get a laser show, everybody. Disintegrate. All right, so they want to tickle the damage a little bit. That is definitely out of the ordinary, and so is the level 7 talent. Now, we've seen that before, But given what they are trying to do here, it makes a bit more sense. Normally you go for Calamity, but Seeker, with all of the stuns that we're seeing at the front, and then also the Hunter's Mark, makes a little bit more sense here. That Gust didn't do jack shit. That did nothing but empty air, but they still lock in the kill against Muradin. But yeah, that Gust was a little bit of a fail. He queued that one up, and nobody was there anymore to get Gusted. Both of the teams now with level 10 abilities. But this integrate here is still spicy. So you can tell that he just wants to follow up on these stuns. Normally you don't see this integrate at all unless there is an Anubarak on the other side that plays Cocoon. That's the only play where you normally get this integrate. But Nick is going full all out on a single target damage with a combo like this. So he's trying to make sure that whenever the Muradin stun connects, whenever Tyrande is there to drop the Hunter's Mark, he can max out the damage on point on a single target and just blow it up. That's the gameplay here. So he adjusts according to the team composition. Top left, yeah, they're chasing Copenhagen off for now. And Banana with the 7-sided strike as well. I'm not gonna lie, given the fact that they're just trying to blow up targets with Mirror and Tyrande plus damage afterwards, I could have seen him go for Palm. I could have totally seen a Palm play here. But they are trying to play it aggressive. It also allows him, of course, to dodge out on some of the damage with the iframes that he has there. 13,000 damage on Falstad now, 23,000 on Liming. And right now, I'm honestly wondering if Nick is tempted to go Glass Cannon. Now, Sylvanas and Kharazim are against him. So if he goes Glass Cannon, those two have the mobility to try and punish him for it. And if you have real mobile heroes against you, they can punish you hard for a play like that. But I wouldn't put it past him. So right now, they make the next play right here. Oh my god, Bad Benny nearly getting blown up, already jumping out quickly. Tries for the Stormbolt, misses it. At the same time, Sergeant Hammer's in trouble as Masquerade is going for the kill and locks it in. Copenhagen gets attacked and tries to spin out of the battle. Yasu locked down by the jailers here. And Banana H, they go for the kill and they get the double. 2 down. They set it up against Benny. He's in a lot of pressure as well. Goes down 2, 3 kills, and boy, did that momentum shift. Holy shit. 1 second, it looks fantastic for the Hardos, and the next the game falls apart. 3 kills is all that they needed. They convert the bell tower over. Dino's at the bottom of the map. He is crushing through that thing too. Masquerade is moving in. Team WAH with a huge move. 2 bell towers. What? They get 2 bell towers, 6-2. Of course, by now we have the blue team back up on the map and they're trying to reclaim the one in the middle. But the defense is there. 5 more seconds until the altars are up. That's potentially 12 points off the core. What a turnaround. They were under pressure from the first second up to that point. Here's the channel. They try to save it long enough for the shots to be fired. And there it is. They get the full barrage out, straight to your face, baby. 6 shots and 5, 11 in total. Wow, 3 kills to 5 now. And Nick did it. Nick did it. He went Glass Cannon. He went Glass Cannon. And now he needs to be careful that Banana H is not going to rip him a new one. Because every time that Kharazim sees an opportunity, he is going to jump in and is going to try and take him out here. Every time. Oh, Masquerade! They pressure him. But Melganis is alive. Nice. So, alright, in the middle of the map, that's where they're currently doing their little thing, as they're trying to go for another quick play. Obviously, it's all about retaking these. And yeah, they're doing their best. So we have the bell tower still under their control, but it's obviously low. And on the right side of the map, we have another camp that is about to be claimed. The red team is trying to just move from one point to another, build up a little bit more momentum, get the lead and experience, extend it if possible, maybe even invade here and try to get a kill again. And they are going to look at Liming. Liming with 32,000 damage is high up. Glass Cannon has so far not really played a role in these fights, but it for sure will, unless they are punishing Nick. And Nick's job is to stay far behind and do exactly that. Drop the damage and do their thing. But now the 7-sided and Copenhagen gets blown up. Even the Wailing Arrow comes out. gets punished for that too, and here comes Nick with all the combos, and he drops them right away. We have an absolute highlight on our hands, everybody. Falstad flying to the top, it's 4 altars to 4, triple altar phase. We are already at the triple altar phase again. What the hell? The birdie had to move back as Tyrande was interrupting. He was trying to steal it. I like the attempt, by the way, but yeah, it was thwarted, and Dino is now on the move. Has to barrel it out. 2 altars taken by the blue team, 16 to 21. They're still trying to take the top right. The talents are in. Level 16 is ready. And Team WAH with the will of the Forsaken. Erigas, Decrepify, blind as a bat for Batman. Mal'Ganis moving into the battle here with his Batmobile. I'm Batman. And the double stun. Oh, but they dodge out on Tyranno's follow-up. At least that. Oh, and he goes all the way. Fireflies are in. He is just gonna shell the shit out of them with that. Not only do they have to deal with Sergeant Hammer in the back line, Hazob's weaving in those auto attacks time and time again as if there's no tomorrow. The master of right clicks. The German efficiency on our Hammer player. But the Brett team, they are still the ones who are, of course, within seconds able to turn things thanks to Sylvanas in their lineup. All depending on what they can do with Masquerade here. Mini Mal'Ganis already rushing away. Yeah, those Tyrande Owls are always amazing. 4 to 4, but that bell tower in the mid lane is so low. Yeah, check this thing out. Here comes the attempted fight. They're trying to go for it once again. Masquerade. Yeah, Zul also moves in. And instead they have Sylvanas at the bot lane, blowing up those minions and trying to go for the bell tower again. They just buy Sylvanas a few seconds. A few seconds. 10-20, all she needs. Blows the wave up, gets the damage, and talking damage, there it is. Glass cannon or death, and death he got. That's exactly how you deal with a glass cannon player. You lay a trap and then you murder them. No chance for Nick. I gotta admit that he survived way longer in that little encounter than I expected him to. Especially Tyrande was doing everything she could. Popping the ult, going for the heals, trying to keep Nick alive. But of course that backfired quickly and now there's a lot of momentum for Team WAH again. That's definitely happening right now. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy. 7 kills to 4. Guys, here we go. They want this win. They want to tie this series. And they're barreling through that bot lane. In come the pumpkins. The bell tower is gone. The one in the middle is still low. The counter attack is ready. 7-sided strike and Meridian is already blown up. Another attack against Copenhagen. Could give them a second kill, but it's Nick who comes back in with a disintegrate and just drops Sylvanas. Sylvanas is down 48,000 damage. The owl is not hitting anything. Dino pays attention. Banana with the heals and the peels. But here come the shots, and that's 5 down on the blue team's core. 12 points to 16. They retake the bottom of the map, but it is blow for blow at this point. Defending? Fuck it. We go for aggression. Blow for blow. Kill for kill. And let's find out who's the last one standing. 8 kills to 5, a kill a minute roughly, and still in the mid lane, the bell tower is suffering. Whenever they move in here, they're gonna claim it. If they get a few more kills at any point, they are gonna go for the big move. Karazim hasn't died yet. On 16, obviously, as expected, he went for the cleanse. They can deal much, much better now with Murden and with Tyrande. But they also gotta deal with Nick. They gotta deal with Nick, they gotta deal with Sergeant Hammer. And Hanzo is a pain in the ass at this point. We're talking a lot about Nick and his damage output, but Hanzo has now Giant Killer on his 16, so that's also a huge problem. Sylvanas, she's roaming around. The team is buying time for her. She's sitting at the side lanes, doing her thing as best she can. 5 kills to 8, 19.5, 20. 20 is next. They want their Storm Talons. And then maybe some more pressure as Masquerade eats another orb. Yeah, and here in the middle, they take it. Bell tower is taken, and they go for the boss. They trade the bell tower for the boss. They know that the Hardos are going to retake it. They know that with Sergeant Hammer, it is inevitable. So they go for the boss with a level 20. It gets found out, but it doesn't matter. They got the 20 on top of that too, and they use it to push the top lane a little bit harder. 4 shots are fired. They're down to the single digits. They're down to single digits. The Hardos have not been able to retake the middle yet. They rotated top to save the battle. Look at Nick. Nick's hit points are plummeting. Every time he gets attacked, he needs to stay away from them. With Glass Cannon, you are screwed if you're not able to make that happen. 5 more shots, they drop him down to 3. They're gonna drop them down to 3. This altar could decide the game. But it's gonna be difficult to take. Nearly impossible to take for Team WAH. For them to take this altar, they need to literally just kill nearly everyone. And Sylvanas is just saying, well, if you're busy at the top, I'm gonna take your bottom bell tower. So Ultralis needs to be super careful that he doesn't get attacked here. Uses the wave, jumps in, jumps out. Mirrodin is already found out. Channel of Harzo is happening. Interrupt is there. Bot lane. There's Liming now trying to help out a little bit, but the bell tower is down to 50%. And up here, Hammer is dead. Hammer is down. They dropped the Sergeant. That's a demotion right there. That's a demotion right there. Harzo dead. Mirrodin in the backline, missing the Stormbolt. Bad Benny trying to go for it. And at the same time, they're of course zoning as best they can. Sylvanas isn't here. It's a 4 versus 4. Dino's getting tickled a little bit more by the disintegrate. Here's the combo. Oh, but Benny's low and so is Copenhagen. And Ultralis is coming in for the damage and nearly drops Liming. Oh, Sonya is dead. Can they get the wipe? They go for that Benny and they take him down. And now the Hardos are in deep shit. They're trying to somehow survive long enough. Only 2 of them are still there. Nick is eating dirt. Here comes Karasim and he punches him out. Goes straight for Tyrande. Their channel, and this is victory. Game for Team WAH. They take the win on Towers of Doom and tie the best of 5 against the Hardos. Game number 3, Infernal Shrines. Yes, that already means we get 4 games at least. So I'm a happy panda. I also realized and was corrected by chat, I'm apparently stupid at math. So if it goes to game number 5, there's not 24 heroes left that they can pick from. There's 14 left that they can pick from. I guess that works, but that would be interesting. And since I realized math is not really my thing, I brought a math wizard into this to help me out with it. So yes, welcome to game number 3, Trikslyr.
We should really quickly clarify that. That was a good transition. Good job, Khaldor. I'm really glad how you introduced me and moved it from the math and made it all work together. But second, no. I don't do math. First off, it's 9 o'clock in the morning where I'm at, and I just woke up 30 minutes ago. And second off, numbers are hard. I can barely do letters in real life. So let's just take all the math out of this cast, and we'll just focus on the fun.
You talking about fun, you just confirmed something with the players. Do you want to enlighten us real quickly?
Oh, yes. So Khaldor, in his infinite wisdom, when he was doing the math, stated that the Butcher had not been played yet in this game, or in this series. And so I, of course, being the co-caster extraordinaire I am, came in and demanded a Butcher. I said it in a nice way, of course, because, you know, these players are playing their hearts out. And Bad Benny rise to the task. He carried his flag. Where's he from? Where was he from, Khaldor?
Sweden.
Bad Benny. From Sweden. He picked up the Sweden flag and he staked it in the ground and said, Game 5, I will play Butcher if we make it to a Game 5. I was like, you know what, Bad Benny? Choo-choo, mofo. Let's do it. And we might get a Butcher in Game 5.
Well, the one thing that we're not going to get in this one is Cho'Gall, and that's mainly because Team WAH, you have to pronounce it correctly, by the way. They went and played Cho'Gall a couple of times, and yeah, pretty well, I might say. So nobody wants to go up against that.
So since I did no research whatsoever, bans mean they can't be played this game, but they're not bans of the entire series, right?
Yeah. Just every single hero that is getting picked now is not allowed to be picked again, but the bans, they don't have it. They only affect the map that is getting played right now, so yeah.
So Medivh is basically permabanned, right? Like, you don't give up Medivh in these series.
Yeah,
right?
At this point he's more or less permabanned, yeah. We had some Medivh plays, and interesting enough, most of the guys lost him really early, and okay, here we go. Arthur's Tacita. Now, they had ETC still available, and they could have gone into Ethereal, and instead they just said, okay, Arthur's Tacita, vamos.
Let me look at this sheet real quick. Is Lucio up? Lucio would pair so well with this.
No, are you kidding? We pre-banned 30 heroes. Lucio was the first one that was gone.
I'm just catching up. I'm trying to figure out how to piece this puzzle together. Tyrael and Orphea coming out. And, ooh, is that going to be a Nick Orphea?
Yes.
I don't think I've seen him play Orphea in a while. Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, Nick has been beasting it in the tournament. We actually got a couple. Dino on Genji. The reason why Genji is banned out is because Dino was just smurfing on people. It was ridiculous. So yeah, Genji is just like perma-banned at this point as well. But we could still see something with, for example, even Abathar and Illidan. We've seen that once. And Fat Illidan gets already banned.
Oh, I wanted to see a Chen game. This would be a good map for him to be on, too. There's no bosses or anything, so you have to worry about Wandering Keg. You could have actually let him go through.
Yeah, and the Slug is also banned. I mean, we have a lot of the side laners already banned out. Interestingly enough, Imperius is still up. So that's actually kind of interesting since he could also double as a main tank, and they did that a few times. Because the roles that are currently banned out the most are the tanks and the healers.
That makes sense. Ooh, an Alarak. Combos all day.
Yeah.
How are they going to get on the targets, though? They're going to find a way to engage Alex Straza coming in. She's usually a staple for Infernal Shrines. Usually you want another beefy boy to be in this mixture, because you only have Arthas, just because Alex Straza wants to get those big heals and also to buy time for the heals to pop off. But yeah, still, a solid foundation for controlling shrines.
They played Arthas and Artanis twice already. Slow them down and then laser them to death. That was the game plan pretty much. And honestly, in one of the games it worked really well, and the other one they got countered. But still, last two picks, so let's see what we're going to get from them. And Malfurion and Kelthas, two great picks for the Hardos on map 3.
This looks like quick match.
It does. But then again, that's kind of what Meta Madness is about.
Where's that random ass Tracer pick that's going to do nothing all game? Come on, lock it in. You got it, Ikwaza.
She's also banned out. You're not going to see a Tracer here today.
Okay.
But we get a Thrall. All right.
I like that. Thrall, Earthquake, goes in for good engages, helps out with the shrine control, buys a lot of time with Earthquake. I like this.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of nice. Dino in the back can also... I mean, they have two transforms now. They have Archon and they have the Dragon Queen. So, guys, they got a lot. Infernal Shrines, map number 3 in the best of 5. Let's go. Meta Madness 5. We are heading into the next match between the Hardos and Team WAH. Let's go, everybody. Game number 3. Keep in mind, the 4th map is guaranteed, and if somebody goes for a double support setup and maybe bans 1 or 2 on the next map, then you have a support choke that is more than a bit insane. But in game number 3 here on Infernal Shrines, we got on the left side the Hardos with Hazu on Kelthas, Nick on Orphea, Copenhagen with Malthael, Bad Benny's playing Tyrael for the boys with a Sanctification on 10, Yazu on Deckard, Kane, and of course... Over to the right side, Team WAH with Ultralisk on Alarak, Masquerade on Arthas, Dino on Tacita, Banana Age going for some stacking with the Circle of Life. He's playing Alex, and we got Thrall as well. So, Archon plus Dragon Queen for the Shrine fights. Yeah, what do you think? Who has the upper hand here?
I think looking at the composition, I'm totally with... Okay, I gotta make sure I say this right. Team WAH! As they have so much control, as you already alluded to. Arthas can stay in that front line forever. Thrall will be a pain in the ass when he gets to level 10. But hang on, Nick is trying to make some plays already. He steps up, gets some poke in from Orphea, and they actually do some decent damage in the early game.
So to my knowledge, Team WAH is more so pronounced like, you know, like one of these duckies. WAH, WAH.
Oh, like a rubber ducky? Okay, that makes sense.
I honestly don't really know. They've been
Which
around.
player was in the bathtub when they came up with that?
Yeah, they've been around for a while now, but that was always the goofiest thing ever. They call themselves Wurst and Homies, but apparently only because they wanted to have the acronym and thought that it sounded funny. And yeah, since then we obliged, but I'm still not sure if I do this right.
I mean, say what you want about Heroes Esports. When it comes to names, they know how to meme. That is for sure. Remember Bleeze Buff Arthas? That was a professional team in a professional tournament for like a year. Oh, big fight over the shrine. D.Va Vinny goes in. Ultras is kind of low. Ooh, a big kill on Alex Straza. There goes down Alarak as well. And Team Hardos is coming in hard.
Yeah, honestly, they've been really surprising in this tournament because so far we always had like the top 3 teams, the Donuts, the Hardos, and then Team WAH. Now Chili Mountain got Whoopi and they got Smexy playing for them, so they were another one pushing into the top 4. But in the last couple of tournaments, and all the qualifier tournaments in particular, the red team murdered everyone and always marched through the winner bracket and went for the tournament win. Couple of games were every now and then close, but they always were the ones standing at the end. And the Hardos took them down in the winner bracket final and are now playing so well here. It's really impressive. It's amazing.
Wow. I'm watching this Tyrael here. I just haven't even thought about the Orphea Tyrael combo. Nick goes in, and if he misses a skill shot, which he's done once or twice there, you know, it happens. We're not all gods. Tyrael's there right away to give him a nice big shield and immediately make sure that he can survive through it, get up his procs, and get off some lifesteal. So actually a very good combo there. I like this Orphea Tyrael. I would love to maybe see some more lockdown if this was like a real composition in the future. And I know Kel'Thas brings that Gravity Labs and Decker Kane brings in those triangles. But it's actually very, very potent. I like that a lot.
At this point, I just want to see Yrel with a Judgment and Orphea following up on it.
I mean, that could work here, right? No cleanse?
Honestly, it could. I don't think we're going to see it because Infernal Shrines, the map itself just caters so well to a sanctification that it would seem insane to do that. But it would be funny. And we've seen some similar plays already being done. But well, for now, there's just a little bit of poking happening as the first objective is up. They're trying to go for Dino though, and Tassadai is down.
Nom nom comes Nick as he gets the bite, takes him out, and at a perfect time with the shrine popping up. As mentioned by Khaldor, it's going to be some easy monkeys for the blue team.
It should be. 3 kills to 0. I'm more impressed how dominant they are here in the early game. Because as explained before, it was the red team that just dominated every single competition up to this point. And even in this tournament, they made it super far in the winner bracket. But now they came into the grand final through the losers. But that they struggled this much against the Hardos in the early game of these matches is actually insane to me.
That's just a Storm League matchmaker kicking in. You gotta have that 50% win rate or the game is not working in any way, shape, or form. So the blue team is making their way back to make sure the matchmaker can point to it and say, you know what, we're good to go. Combo comes out, Tyrael slips on by, big combo, throw locked down, he can't fucking move. Boom, Orphea comes in, finds a kill, and gosh, they are dominant.
Green Jesus dead, and they're trying to go for Masquerade too, moving up to the top, and Nick is already chomping down hard on Masquerade. And it's the end of the bat with another Gravity Lapse. That's a kill. Kel'Thas down. 5 kills to 0. Team Hardos, they are absolutely going ham on this one. Punisher number 1 marching through the middle as they establish pretty much a level lead at this point already.
Gosh, that was so much CC coming in there. I was actually looking at this competition saying, I wonder if the CC will be enough. Kel'Thas and Decker Kane is enough. Punisher comes in, another pickup. Thrall is like, I just spawned, guys. Chill. Finally, some heals come out. He's going to be all right. The wall, however, will go down. And level 9, very close for Team Hardos.
Yeah, the Hardos, they are starting to absolutely murder. There's a little bit of a counter attempt by Ultralisk because he's trying to land the combo with Alarak, but Copenhagen has already stolen the camp away. Now, they're not cheesing the fountain over here with the vision, but they're so close to level 10 now that just a couple of minion waves are enough to get them heroics, and then they might be able to take the 4 down in the middle or move to one of the other lanes. And they're also done with Kel'Thas. He has the level 1 completed, so that's a lot more safety for Hazorps in the backline.
Khaldor, can you explain this Arthas build to me?
That one is new, at least for the tournament here. So far, they've been heavily focused on the Frozen Tempest, but now Deathlord into Immortal Coil, so it seems like they're just going to try and poke around that the entire time.
Okay, I just really wanted that clarified because this is a quick match build and I hate it beyond belief. So Meta Madness is totally fine. We're playing with different compositions. This build for some reason was buffed by Blizzard, and so players in quick match are like, oh, it's good. No, don't play that as Arthas. You can't do anything. This is more of a pokey style, which is more based on trying to like wear them down and maybe go into like an Alarak combo. But for the love of God, do not use this tournament as a basis for, oh, I'm allowed to do this build.
I love that I'm not the only one that is ranting about shit that really pisses him off in terms of builds. But yeah, there we go. Sanctification, better safe than sorry as they're trying to save the old geezer. Deckard Kane is moving his way out of the fight. But they didn't really get a lot out of the level 10. Sundering is now in. And the deadly charge. Aggression, baby. And who said Archon? Black Hole is the play for Tassadar.
Oh, interesting. That'll allow for Arthas to get in. Here's Army of the Dead. Arthas goes straight forward. Masquerade holding him down. Malfurion can't move either. Too much CC. Open's going to get picked off. And we do have the beautiful Alexstrasza coming in and just putting Dragon Breath ever. Once 10 hit, the red team found their fire.
It definitely did. I mean, first they came through with the Sundering, but also the deadly charge, just putting them in a corner. And the backline had no chance there. Malthael and Orphea, the first ones to fall. And now, of course, aggression through the middle right away, as both of the teams are still trying to complete some of those quest talents. Alexstrasza in particular, she's sitting at 11 stacks, so she's closing in on the completion. But Kel'Thas with a bit more damage here. I honestly love that we're seeing more Kel'Thas plays now, and he usually delivers. 11,000 damage, can't quite keep up with Orphea. But I mean, she is hitting hard. That coffin is pretty heavy because it still carries all of the hopes and dreams of the HCC players in it.
I want actually everyone that's watching this to pay attention to Decker, Kane, and Kael'thas in particular. They are doing a really good job of Decker being the one that set up the fight, and then Kael'thas finds one target and just kind of hits that needle in the thread and lands a full damage combo on a target. There it was Alexstrasza. But you can see in your own gameplay how you can follow up on a Decker Kane. Decker Kane is so great at picking small areas or zoning out areas and allowing for your mages to pop off. Watch those two work together, because Hasselhoff is definitely doing a great job of following up Deckard.
Yeah, Masquerade for now is trying to lock them down at the front line here. Alexstrasza with the heals. And here comes the zone again from Deckard Kane, controlling those choke points best he can. Alexstrasza isn't done with the level 1 quest yet, so she's not going to spawn those extra globes at this point. Hanzo with a combo attempt against Ultralisk, but misses out on it. And the red team hasn't made their move just yet, but here comes the Dragon Queen.
I just realized Banana's playing Alexstrasza. I love Banana. Banana goes in, get off some damage. Here goes those auto attacks. 18 to 15 right now. Malfurion waits for a second, goes for that Shroud, pulls in enough damage. At the same time, Dayquaza finally stepping up, has that Sundering, sees the flank coming from Orphea. Oh, but here's the deadly charge, Khaldor.
And he goes down immediately, gets welcomed by the gravity lapse and is obliterated. The first one down, Alarak has fallen. The old man with the sleeper setup, but he's put into a corner. And there it is, the death on Deckard Kane. No social distancing, and that's the end of him.
36 to 33, the blue team just barely pulls it out here and is going to be able to grab some of these minions. Dino was hoping to maybe step up, but Bad Bunny did a great job of peeling them off. And we're going to go up to 13 to 12. Team Hardos with the lead.
Yeah, the Hardos are doing exceptionally in this tournament. Not only the winner bracket final, but also now here in the grand final. Top side, they're struggling a bit to keep that fort in place. So Copenhagen is doing his best to make sure that it takes everything down, but the Shaman camp just did too much work already. They're countering at the bottom of the map as they destroy the fort here and draw even, stealing a few of the camps away. And the leading experience is now there. It's like 14 to 13 in just another moment, and the mid lane is also wide open. So the Hardos with a lot of pressure and just simply power on the map at this point. They got control all over the place.
I want to shout out, I think it was Hasselhoff who nailed it. I'd have to watch it in slow time. But the Alarak deadly charge came in, and Kael'thas instantly, the moment he landed at the point, oh, hang on, there's going to be another combo coming out. Deckard Kane's like, hey guys, it's time to sleep, nappy time. They pass out, and that's going to be one kill as Arthas falls. Kael'thas immediately, when Alarak came in for the engage, turned around and got the gravity lapse, and there was nothing Alarak could do there. Such great reactions from the boomer here, Hasselhoff.
Yeah, he got blown up instantly. It was incredible. Like, the timing was so spot on. That Punisher, by the way, is still alive and went through the entire bottom lane. So already some damage on the keep itself, but the mid lane battle is still ongoing. Ultralisk needs to be careful here. Banana H trying his best to keep everybody alive, but the blue team is getting closer and closer to level 16 here. And it is just crazy how they are controlling this game right now. Honestly, way stronger than I expected, and so well coordinated with the tools that they have. It's super impressive.
Yo, look at that bottom keep in the bottom right. It's gotten some damage already, just from that Punisher, and one catapult came in and did some damage too. Very, very annoying. We're gonna have to see Team WAH get their stuff together here and really start to take the macro back.
That's not a ducky.
They're running.
What are you doing to the ducky sound? Are you strangling the ducky, or what's happening here? He was like,
you do it. You do it. Do it right now. Do it. Do it. Okay, I got it. It's by my esophagus. Got it. All right, I'm in.
Stop choking the ducky.
I can feel it in my thigh when I say it. Can you feel it in your thigh? Try it. Do you feel it in your thigh? It's nice. Yeah, you feel it, right? It's kind of weird.
Dude, I've been saying this for like months. It's been weird every single time.
anyone asks why I quit casting Heroes of the Storm, it's because of Team WAH. I never wanted to say that out loud, ever.
Oh,
That's
God. Alright, again, Gravity Lapse. They're trying to go for Masquerade, and he had trouble at the front line. The 16 talents obviously make it very unattractive for the red team to take a fight here, so they are backing off, trying to just wait this out until the objective is up and they have their own level 16 talent. 17 stacks for the negatively charged, by the way. Anubarak didn't get a lot of opportunities to brawl it out and stack it properly. We had 2 big fights over the objective, but outside of that, not a lot of these small exchanges. So everybody's just waiting for the objective to pop up in the middle. But Benny and his boys, they're sieging up again, and they go for another kill. Ultralisk is ultra dead.
Malfurion moves up 2 and goes a little bit too far, also gets picked off, so at least a 1-for-1 trade. And when you're a team that's behind, you usually want that 1-for-1 trade. The experience is helpful enough to get you to 16, and that 16 does connect. But Ultralisk, man, he's having a hard time. He is really wanting that Counter-Strike ability instead of Deadly Strike.
Yeah, now, of course, we got the 16 talents in for even more damage to the Psionic Storm. But as you said, they just have, in terms of survivability, a real problem here. And it's incredible to me how well the Hardos coordinate these kills right now. But it's 16 to 16, so if there was ever a moment for the red team to come back, it's now. They have the 16 talents, they're still a level behind, but it's not going to matter much beyond the talents that we see here. So this is the moment to really take an objective, bring the game back, and start to build up some momentum yourself.
All right, Shrine time in the middle. We will have Mercenary Camps clashing in the top lane, so that should be fine macro-wise. And here comes Malfurion running across the map. There is a slight timing advantage available here for Team WAH as they set up and take off 6 minions right away. Meanwhile, you look at blue team, they're trying to push out middle so they can move in and get an angle.
Yeah. 41 stacks also for Khaldor. Big shield for him. Here comes the Dragon Queen again as they're trying to take full control. Nicely timed too, just around the 20 minion stack mark. So that's normally when you can take the entire Punisher then for yourself. But Bad Benny is looking to isolate him and is doing a decent job here with the holy ground on the right side. But Masquerade is absolutely unimpressed, walked away from it. 31 stacks now. They're pushing in again, but it's already close. Phoenix drops on the ground and they're still trying to angle for another kill. The Quasar moves out, and that is just way better here from the red team this time. They are going to lock this one in for sure.
Dragon goes up and Masquerade steps in at the same time, and there we go. Mortar Punisher coming in for the mid lane, but this shouldn't be too big of a deal for the Hardos. They should be able to clear this up pretty nicely. What they do have to watch out for is whoever eats this stun, Ultralisk will follow it up with a combo right away, so we need to watch for that.
Yeah, there it is already. First one taken. And of course, Anubarak attempting to follow up in his sanctification on the ground as Martin is jumping in from the top. They go for Ultralisk and he goes down again. The sleeper setup as Deckard Cain is telling stories again. Masquerade also low and he gets crushed too. The Punisher is still jumping around a bit, but that's of no consequence. Tacita made it back. Khaldor couldn't kill him, but that's of course that push already shut down hard.
Oh my god, Bad Benny is actually so smart. Did you watch him in that entire fight? That level 4 talent that he picked up, whenever he throws out Eldraone's Might, he gets 25 armor, right? For 3 seconds, whenever he is moving in for the fight. So he stepped up, threw that out first, ate the Punisher jump, ate the Alurak combo, but because he had the armor, he was able to follow up and force the engagement. And the entire team, the moment after Alurak combat came in, they moved in with Bad Benny. That stuff was premeditated. That entire fight was thought out 15 seconds before it happened. Bad Benny is so freaking smart.
And they're going for another kill. He's already body blocking Dino, and that's 100 HP, but he gets away.
When did Bad Benny become good Benny? I love this new Benny.
Now he's in trouble though, and he might die here. He already is on cooldown on pretty much every single escape tool. Ultralisk wants to come in, but they are just too late. He's able to jump out again. They can't get the Teriel kill. Now the bottom keep is down. 12 kills, 2 for 51,000 damage for Ophia, 36,000 only for Tacita. And they're just falling farther and farther behind as map control is taken by the Hardos.
Beautifully done. All right, 20 about to connect for the Hardos. They keep down the bottom right. There will be catapult pressure the entire time. And the good news is, if they can time this perfectly with 20, and if they grab the Punisher, Hardos can move in and go for the win. For the red team, Team WAH, they are attempting to turn around and score level 20 as quickly as possible. And they're only 1 level away.
Yeah, Holy Arena is in with the 20. We get the Eldritch Conduit, Flamethrower, and also the perfect gems now. But of course, with 20 in their hands, the Hardos are getting aggressive. They want to take all these camps on the map, and why wouldn't they? They want to fight.
Oh no!
And Masquerade! Careful, buddy. Arthas is having real trouble disengaging out of these fights. Was always a problem for me. He just doesn't have that mobility. They need their 20 or they have no chance. They are already struggling in the fights as is. With the talent disadvantage this huge, there's just no way for them to win it.
I just find it so comical that Arthas, the Lich King, the destroyer of raids, the big guy in Warcraft 3, almost fucking died to a triangle. Another engage occurs, Ultimate gets picked up, and man is just having a rough day.
Yeah, he's having a really rough time here. He gets blown up on sight pretty much. That's the 5th death on Alarak. And of course now, not only with the level 20 talent, but also the numbers advantage, there's nothing stopping them barreling through the middle of the map and taking at least the entire wall down, maybe even more than that. So this is getting really dangerous for Team WAH. And they can't afford a staggered death. In comes Deckard Cain. They want to go for Masquerade. He pops the ult. They're trying to stay alive. Quasar on the other hand, Troll is also in trouble. And he gets blown up by Hanzo. Hanzo with Kel'Thas with another kill. And they're just chasing them back to the core.
Yeah, right now Bad Bunny and Nick are just in tandem, and that of course the roster is built around is making sure they can engage and get the fights they're looking for. Deckard Cain has been on point as well. That's going to be a second keep, and then with the Shrine activating, play it safe, run back, grab all of those minions and move forward and stomp for the win. We are going to need Team WAH to turn this around in the most dramatic fashion, because it is not looking good for them.
Yeah, not even a little bit. Hanzo hasn't died once, Bad Benny hasn't died once. I mean, think about what he's facing up against. He's on Tyrael and he's going up against Alarak, Arthas, and Thrall with all that control at the front line, and he hasn't died a single time here. Moved through all of it and created one kill opportunity after another. Last laugh is in, and right now I don't hear anybody on the red team laughing, so they need to get some kills or this is going to be lights out with the Punisher that gets locked in at the bottom of the map now.
Yeah, this level 4 talent, Stalwart Angel, has been so good for Bad Bunny. I was kind of eyeing on it at the start. I was like, interesting pickup for him, but that 25 armor has allowed for him to constantly set himself up as bait and walk away from the fight with Deckard Cain to back him up. Great usage of that talent, and I would say it's almost an MVP for this team.
Now, top keep will fall, so they are sacrificing the top keep, so they go for game, obviously, here, but if the defense somehow works out for the red team, that would be a pretty decent position for them. They're not going to lose anything down here as long as they can save their core, and the top keep will fall. So that's the moment where they can try to make the play, but Quasar's already in trouble and gets chased by the Punisher too. Alexstrasza has to help out here, and the blue team also a bit low, so I'm not quite sure if they can push it through all the way. Copenhagen's already in the back, but Benny's at 50% HP too. Dragon Queen is in, and they're trying their best to defend this onslaught by the Hardos.
I mean, this is the good news about that dragon. That dragon can really hold down a fortified location if you're unable to engage them. And so far, Team Hardos is having a rough time. The Punisher finally makes it up to the core, and I'll admit it, that was incredibly impressive. Great hold there. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Catapult's heading for the core. Wait, no way. Is Team WAH going to be able to actually get some damage here?
They will, 100%. I mean, the question is just how much, because nobody is portaling right now. Nobody can. They're not Hearthstoning back, so the core is falling. Combo. It's Winion time. Core on the other side is, by the way, also doing damage. There's also a couple of catapults here. The core is down to 68, 62, as Copenhagen finally comes in and drops them. They just lost 38% on the core and a keep. And they did nothing at the bottom. Nothing.
Holy moly.
Yep.
Did you expect that a minute ago? I didn't expect that a minute ago.
I mean, again, I talked about the keep that will fall for sure. But I wasn't sure if they can, if it doesn't matter, because the idea for the Hardos was obviously to end the game there. So losing the keep is fine as long as you end, but they didn't even get to the core. They didn't even scratch it. So now the top keep is gone, and you're losing 38%. So the Hardos need to be careful. That was definitely... I don't think they expected that.
Oh. Did anyone expect that? Press 7 in chat if you expected that. I did not expect that, and now suddenly I'm looking at this game, and I'm like, wait a minute. The Rubber Duckies might be able to pull off this dub.
All they need is a teamfight victory. They haven't really had a lot of success with kills. They only have 4. But this late in the game, with the keep at the top, gone and the core exposed, all you need is one decent fight, 3 to 4 kills, and you can go core.
And don't forget about the Shrine. The Shrine's going to be in the top lane this time, which is a favorable position for Team WAH.
Yep.
Oof. And I think Team Hardos knows that. Look at this. They are moving in.
Did you just say wolf or wolf?
Now. Yeah, I don't know what I said. Let's just move on, you know.
Alright, 14 to 4. By the way, you're right with the top shrine, but don't forget that at the bottom, everything's gone, and they still have a fort, so there's continuous catapult pressure too. But Hanzo might be in trouble here. And they save him for now. Sundering came through and everything. Still no deadly charge here. There's the flank of Masquerade, the Howling Blast. They try to go for the kill. Sanctification is already in, but Anna H is trying to help them with the attack. And here comes also the ult of Azmodan. They go for the blow-up, and they get him. Malfurion is dead, but he's already back.
He's never dead. He's always alive. Wow. Actually, great Bad Bane Sanctification. I feel like I'm a Bad Bane fanboy this game, but he's been playing really awesome. Deckard Cain got in trouble from the Arthur flank. Great job by Masquerade coming in from the behind side. But Deckard Cain dropped down the stay a while, listen, and immediately Bad Bane followed up Sanctification, which gave him enough time to bail him out of trouble and dodge out in the black hole, or that would have been a dead old man. So great job there by Team Hardos, but a wonderful engage from Team WAH. Now it comes down to the Shrine.
And I'm a little bit worried about that bot lane because catapults are already gathering up and we're 23 minutes into the game. If they make it to the core, it might just be over without the Hardos even having to attack it. But as you said, here's the Shrine fight. Dragon Queen active again. They need to go for this one. But they're also dropping a bit low because Hanzo is just peppering the entire time with one flame strike after another. They're starting to take control and they need to be quick about this, and they know it too. The bot lane and the mid lane are going to be a problem if they don't.
Ultralisk comes in from the back left, still has that deadly strike, couldn't move in. Nick is 1v1ing him, does not care. Nick is like, bros, I got this fight. Nice, big flash comes in from Ultralisk. Black Hole also comes out. Nick able to sidestep right away, open steps forward, gets some decent damage off as well as he holds back the line, and no one falls apart. But we did see a couple of heroics go off cooldown and a few come back and be available, like Sanctification.
Yeah, we got 14 to 9 right now. Bad Benny might have to pop that Sanctification in just a second. There's the attack. Hanzo's also in trouble. They're all locked into the corner there, but they're turning it on a Masquerade. Ultralisk comes in with a deadly charge. Immediately welcome by another gravity lap, but everybody's low on the blue team. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. They're losing 3 instantly and might lose even more now. A push onto Nick, and he is dead as well. They popped Alexstrasza, but Copenhagen is now the lone survivor. The core is going to be in trouble in just a moment though, but we got Ultralisk already moving back. 5-man team wipe as everybody goes down on the blue team. Catapults get taken down by Ultralisk. I think that might just be it. That has to be it, Tim.
That has to be it. We have an entire camp pushing on the top left. The only person missing for the red team is a healer. But guess what? You don't need to heal the core. All you need is damage. And if you look straight at the core, Masquerade is already there. The armor is burning down. Dino helping out with his beam of death as he extends his hand forward and allows the essence to come out of his heart. He burns it down to 50, down to 40, down to 30, down to 20. Ladies and gentlemen, Team WAH is able to get a victory here as they go up in the series.
15 kills to 10, and the big win for Team WAH. Game number 4, Battlefield of Eternity, everybody, and I mean, first of all, we have a win for Team WAH. Now, I already screwed up the overlay because it's not the Hardos that won. As impressive as their performance was in the early game, it was actually the red team that locked in the victory. So yeah, we adjusted that now real quickly. But the thing that stands out to me, Tim, is that we have only ETC left as a main tank. Again, you could, of course, play a Chen or an Imperius at the front line. But we also have only 3 real supports left, and that's Lily, Morales, and Whitemane. We're running out of heroes, everybody.
Well, time to first pick Lily. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah?
Just go in. Establish dominance. If you first pick a Lily in draft, I am either terrified or laughing at you. But if you're a pro, I'm gonna be terrified.
Smexy already did that,
Lily.
yeah. Dude, Smexy has been punching people with Kharazim all day long and hit the biggest damage numbers of the team multiple times. He's going like, cleansing touch, the fuck is that? I'm gonna go damage, all damage, and it's working for him. And they banned ETC and they banned Chen. That has to be Imperius first pick. I mean, come on. At this point, he's the only real tank left. Unless you're going for some Abathur, Illidan, frontline, weirdo play, Imperius has to be one of the first ones that gets picked.
Did you say Smexy?
Yeah, Smexy's playing.
Wait, is Smexy in this game?
No, not in this one. He's in Chili Mountain. You missed that one.
I was like, dude, I haven't seen that guy forever. Is he got more muscular?
I actually don't know how his workout routine is these days, but I'm pretty sure they're still at it. Still in esports. Yeah, and there's our Imperious pick, so yeah. And now what are we happening with the supports? We might get a double support even, if you want to choke them down even harder.
I'm looking here. Is Artanis available? He is. This could be a great map for Artanis. Let's go! That's my boy right there! Jimmy and Artanis. BOE bros. Yeah. Let's go.
You already know what they're trying to do when you see that double pick. I mean, they are all in on the Immortal push.
Oh, I thought it'd be Merc Camps.
Yes, that too.
All day.
Don't even touch terrified what's going to happen here. Abathur, Illidan, yes!
Oh, yeah! Alright, that's fun. That's super fun.
This is going to be amazing.
You should do a Meta Madness like every month. I'm not even kidding. This like breathes so much life into the game. It's ridiculous.
We have
how fun this is.
Dude, like Illidan Abathur. Not even sneaking it in at the end. It's just like insta-pick.
I'm not kidding you. This is literally a Lily pick for the red team. Banana should be screaming, I want Lili right now. I want to pick flowers and I want to blind Illidan all day, every day.
But I don't know if they can ban her. Morales got banned. If they now ban Lily, then Whitemane is the only healer that's up.
They won't do it.
We got Medivh still.
They're scared. They won't do it. No way. They won't ban Lily. Don't waste a ban on Lily. Come on. Don't deprive us of this, Team Hardos. I'll root against you in the commentary. I will.
We are literally running out of heroes. Kira.
Pick Lily right now. Pick it. I hit my desk. Sorry. Let's go. Come on, pick it.
Adventure or no adventure? Yes! The double support, they do it! They choke them out!
This is the best day of my life!
They ban Morales and they pick Whitemane Lily. Guys, there's no support left. You can go Zarya, you can go Medivh, that's it. Abathur can heal, of course, a little bit and help, but there is no real healer left anymore. They only have Medivh and Zarya, and if it goes to game number 5, there's only Morales left, and that's it.
What a happy day. What a wonderful, beautiful day. Ooh, nasty. I actually like that follow-up for the Valeera into the Gul'dan. That's really, really good.
Valeera Abathur with Illidan hunting in on you.
Well, one of the issues with Whitemane is she's not very good at chasing people down to heal them.
Oh, God.
And Artanis wants to chase people down. You put in a Horrify there, and you suddenly put this beautiful big beak on the field that's like, do a Horrify here, and you push them in different directions, and you just blow them up with Valeera Abathur. This is actually a really good answer.
There's even more blinds. They got Cassia.
One's like, guys, I wanted to maybe play the game for a little bit.
Guys,
I just thought it'd be kind of cool.
Here we go. Battlefield of Eternity, map number 4. Let's go, Hardos against Team WAH. It's getting crazy, guys. It's getting crazy. They choked out the supports completely. On the left side, Gul'dan, Abathur, Imperious, Valeera, and Illidan. They don't have a support. There was nothing left. They can support with Abathur a little bit. Sometimes in HGC, you had certain comps where Abathur was the only real support. But, oh boy. And on the other side, yeah, they choked him out. They went for the double support. Lily Whitemane with Artanis, Cassia, and Reyna. Team WAH against the Hardos. And of course, it's all on this Abathur Valeera, Abathur Illidan. Can they drive the fights enough to kill everyone on the red team and break through those double supports? What a draft, Tim.
You know what's really interesting? I actually don't... I look at this. Is there like a clear winner in team fights? And for me, I don't think there is, actually. There's a lot of sustain available for the blue team on most of their characters. They have Abathur there. As long as they play wise and don't, like, all in, right? They can play around pokes with Gul'dan. On the other side, Cassie is pretty decent damage, but Reyna's been nerfed slightly. He's just here to kill the Immortals. I actually think both teams don't really want to fight. It's just going to be long, drawn-out, haymaker fights around the Immortals, and I'm here for it.
I honestly think the Hardos have to fight. Like, they don't have enough Immortal damage. They just don't. They can't keep up with Exterminator and with Artanis. And we got both. So, I feel they need to try and go for kills with Valeera, for example. And they're already trying to get some damage in. Dino! There it is, the first one. The swap. Oh, boy. Dequaza, careful, baby. But Benny is realizing also, wait a second, I don't have a healer. I can't just tank tower shots.
Well, Lila was a bit busy looking at something. Slammed out 1 Q during that entire engagement. And we have our first death of the game. Wow. Meanwhile, though, Banana and Ultimus were in the top lane. They were working on grabbing these goatmen that are pushing on top of these towers, trying to get some experience. And also because Valla has atrocious wave clear. It's very hard for her to clear without an Avatar hat. So they're able to put some pressure there. And Illidan's going to join in a second to help out.
Yeah, and there's another kill, isn't there? Maybe not. Banana Age. Not even close. Oh, God.
So I want to bring your attention, everyone, to the level 1 talent for Artanis Amateur Opponent. A lot of people, because Artanis got buffed when it comes to their stacks on level 1, is actually a pretty decent pickup on big maps. But on a map like this, you want Amateur Opponent so you can clear out that Immortal as soon as possible. I still think it's a superior pick here, and so I wanted to point that out because it's such a great pickup. And one of the reasons why Artanis was only back in the HCC days when we casted thought about on this map, because he was so good at clearing out camps and clearing out the Immortals.
Emphasis on thought about, not picked.
Thought about. He didn't get played that much, but this was the only map where it was like, maybe Artanis, and then it never became Artanis.
Similar with the lava wave. 2 kills to 0. And here we go. Another block. The swamp, and Bad Benny gets out. Avatar helping, and oh my God, can they get the kills here? They're trying. Oh. Double support.
You know how you make really good? You have somebody else heal. And Whitemane comes in, brings the heals, a couple cups here and there for Lily. That's going to be 2 picks for the red team.
Yeah, 2-0 initially, and now they're, of course, starting to lose ground, and they're losing it quickly. Bad Benny still trying to play around all of this. Has to move away, but the Immortal is melted. That's honestly the power. Yeah, the power of Rainer Artanis. Exactly, you said it.
Amateur Opponent, Rainer coming in, auto-attacking. If you get any advantage in a team fight and you have Artanis or Rainer, you better be at their Immortal. I will not give you any crap if you are on their Immortal. But if you were anywhere else on this map, 98%, you may get a slight flame from me. Because that's what they do. Look how fast they clear these Immortals. Easy peasy. And now we can have a push coming in from Dequaza and the rest of the gang.
Yeah, this is gonna get dicey now. Okay, so can they defend here properly? On level 1 for Lily, we get the Eager Adventurer and we have the Safety Sprint. Down at the bottom of the map, now that both teams rock the level 4 talents. Of course, Needle Spine for Avatar, but have fun trying to take down the Immortal at the bot lane without losing at least half of your HP on the fort.
Yeah, this is why Gul'dan was picked. At least it gives you a little bit of range, a little bit of poke, but it's slow poke. And you see Dino, no fear whatsoever, stepping up. This is a 5-man push. Straight to the bottom lane. This is easily a 4, maybe a keep wall. It might be more if they find a kill. Yeah,
Illidan at the top lane is going for the counter damage. He's trying to do his thing, but the problem is we're so early in the game that it's nearly impossible for Illidan to really have the big impact that he's looking for. We've seen plays like this in Meta Madness where Illidan was side laning the entire time, but back then it was later in the game and then you can make those plays. But right now, this early, it's really a problem, man.
Yeah, it is very early, you're right. He definitely wants that hunt, if possible. Him and Valla and Avatar can all decide on one target, try to chain seize him and pick them off. That's their way to win a team fight. We do have Rainer taking some damage, but he's going to go ahead and pop up that heal, and now the keep is taking damage. This is a keep at 4 minutes and 50 seconds that is taking damage.
Yeah, no supports, that's the problem, but they're trying to get these snappy kills and they just can't right now. Team WAH going in and just simply taking the supports away was a big problem. The blue team, well, they went for Illidan Avatar and they picked Imperius, so they let it go to the second ban phase and just didn't really think about the healers, I suppose, and now they don't have one. So at some point, Team WAH realized, well, we got a huge problem on our hands with that Illidan Avatar, but if we just pick a double support, a double healer, and don't leave anything up for them, we have the upper hand in the draft.
We have a couple people asking about the level 4 pickup here for Avatar, which I think makes complete sense. There's so many blinds in the opposing side. You're not expecting to stay in a full sustained auto attack type of fight. You're just trying to blow somebody up as quickly as possible before they're able to react. So we have that level 4 pickup. We have the Needle Spine coming in, which gives more damage, a little bit more range for Avatar.
Careful. Rainer is down at the bottom of the map. That's nice. Up at the top, they couldn't get the kill. Avatar moved back too, but down here, the party is just starting. They're trying to get a fort, and I guess the same is happening topside, so the teams are trading structures. Nobody defending the bottom, nobody defending the top. They're just accelerating the game at this point.
You know what I like about your commentary, Khaldor? You are such a party animal. You love when parties start, and it makes me happy. I hope that eventually you start wearing like a tuxedo, maybe a little bit with the arms ripped off whenever you cast, and you say the party is starting. You lift your arms up, and your beautiful biceps and triceps are there for the entire cast. That's what I want to see at a live cast in the future.
I don't think so.
Maybe
but
you can wear a tie. Think about it. Just think about it.
The tie. We might go for the tie at some point.
9.5 to 9.5, very close for these teams. It is very important for Team Hardos to have a successful Immortal phase right now. And already you see Valir coming in for a flank because Illidan's in trouble.
Yeah, Nick is dodging out, but he still dies. And I mean, guys, you have to realize these two teams have practiced and trained for this game all their life by playing Storm League. That's where you get the best training for something like this, but it doesn't really seem like the blue team is able to get too much done here on the second Immortal either. And level 10 abilities are now in, and that's the big problem.
Okay, we have to be careful not to count them out yet. Remember in game number 3, I believe, on Infernal Shrines, we really thought one team was starting to really take off, but 10's about to hit here. The blue team has a chance.
Lily gets attacked but gets out. Illidan in the middle. Oh, he gets away. But Gul'dan ain't the lucky. He goes down. There's the copy. They got their level 10s, but they're not able to do anything here. Copenhagen gets chased. 4 kills to 3. He loses the Abathar copy. Copenhagen doesn't get that, and now this is another huge Immortal, this time through the top lane. The air is getting much, much thinner now for the Hardos. They're already behind 1 fort, and now they might lose top keep.
Yeah, this is looking like a possible keep loss for sure. Illidan still hasn't hit his level 10. I'm assuming it's going to be the hunt, but sometimes you want to surprise your opponents. Maybe you can go for a meta too if you need a quick iframe. But the good news with Abathar having a mule available, if they take damage on their core here and still survive, which is very possible, they can still stay in the game.
4 kills to 3. They're gonna try. Already Valera setting up at the side. Swap is in. They're trying to turn it. Supports are definitely now on the menu. But the attack against Illidan, and he can't die here. Has to meta out and does. The attempt by Yasuo to get the kill against Banana H. That didn't work, and he's already dodging out. Valera on half HP, and the Immortal still doing work from afar. Has still a couple of shields left, and they are falling farther and farther back. They just don't stand a chance here in that poke battle. Not against the double support that are just simply out-sustaining them.
They did get the Immortal down to melee form, though, which is pretty darn important and pretty huge, especially if you are trying to clear it out. Ooh, big combo comes in. Lily takes some damage down to about half HP. Hosswab's getting low on HP. He is hoping for a heal. He's going to be able to suck a little bit here. Oh my god, he sucked so well! Hossu's able to get away. Open steps up and tries to look for maybe a possible spike here. But with the Immortal finally taking damage from the core, the blue team is going to hold, but not after taking a keep.
Yeah, and the problem obviously is that if you had a healer here, you might have been able to chase this a little bit harder, but so far it hasn't really worked out. Yasuo is still trying to close the gap and tries to go for Tannis, but he can't really. And even by Benny moving in didn't help them in that situation. So they prevent the worst from happening, but they are just not there yet. We got the Mule repairing everything. 4 kills to 4. They need a big fight. And again, once that we're getting more into the late game, maybe with Illidan they have a chance. Maybe with Lyra they can get that one attack in where they got a good kill. A proper horror fight from Harzops, for example, in the team fight at the right moment in time could also help them here. But as you can see, things are dire for the blue team.
You're always on a timer when it comes to an Illidan Abathar composition. The moment they find that one kill, that one snowball moment, they just run away with the team fight typically, and that's what the blue team is waiting for. And they've been doing a great job of holding on. Despite losing 2 forts and a keep, they stay pretty similar on experience, and they've also hit some really important horrifies. So that potential is there, and I'm sure that Team WAH is completely aware. And that's why they are doing their best here to play the macro, set themselves the map as best they can, and they're just setting up for the full Immortal phase. Because they feel like, if we don't get this next keep and start putting damage on their core, there could be a moment where that Illidan factor really comes into fruition. Yeah, for sure. And now that the Immortal comes up again, this might just be the last chance for them. I mean, if that Immortal is taken with the big shield, then the bottom keep is going to fall too. And the Hardos put back... I mean, honestly, I don't really think that they can make that happen. Or let that happen. Right now, this is the only chance to get a big fight. Maybe even... I mean, maybe if you lose it and you somehow make it to 16, that's the spike, but they're never going to make it to 20 that way. So they need a team fight victory. It's even kills up to this point.
but the immortal damage is obviously much better for the red team, and they have that double support sustain that is just crazy in these extended fights.
Look at Valir. Valir is still quiet as a mouse, goes for the combo, goes straight for the Whitemane. There's some damage right away. Has smoke bomb, and she needs to get out. There it goes. Banana able to escape, but at least they push back the red team.
Yeah, and the red team is playing the smart. They saw the copy on Abathar and they said like, yep, see ya, we're out of here. So now he's trying to come in, they're trying to get those stuns connected, but they're already, the jump at Benny is ready, he deals a lot of damage, way too much to Horrify, they're trying to get the kill against at least Jimmy! Metamorphosis, the heals from Lily, and the red team has an insane amount of sustain. Benny is low and Benny is dead.
Oh my gosh, Lily waited for Valir to use her combo so she couldn't stop those cups and then pop the cups afterwards. That is a massive immortal coming in for Team WAH. GG Open is going to attempt to set up. He has that meal available for him as well. Catapults will be cleared up at the same time. Immortal continues to be burned down to a quarter HP, but the blue team is nowhere to be seen as they were forced to defend. Nick moves in. He's like, dude, we got to do something here, but he might get picked off. Ooh, nice little movement there. Able to sneak out just barely over the minion wave.
But that's 100% now. 100% on the Immortal. Nick surviving is huge, but still, without a support is a problem. And honestly, it's really halfway on them. They must have realized there's only 3 healers, so them waiting it out and drafting the first 3 heroes without a healer just opened them up to that double support play from Team WAH, and they didn't hesitate, especially when they saw Illidan. They said, Lily with the blinds, get the Cassia in. Tannis was already picked, and now they're reaping what they saw here. They come through the bot lane in an attempt to end the game and crown themselves a champion.
They're just gonna fight by me, Immortal. That's the call. Immediately Illidan goes in. There's the combo. Here's Valera, horrified. Oh my gosh, Aegis comes out from Whitemane. She is just taking the damage. Finally, Banana gets deleted. Artanis needs to be dealt with. Hostile Ops all by himself. Nick comes back to work out with the auto attack. Bad Benny tries to sneak away, but gets picked up the last second by Cassia. Dino does not care. He goes in for a Finn. There's 2, there's 3. A potential 4th get picked off as Valera tries to buy time and escape. But look at the Immortal as it moves straight to the core, Khaldor.
5 kills to 8, 16 is on the board now, and there's no defender. Copenhagen can come in with some slaps maybe, but that's about it. They're chasing Valera, and she's also gonna fall likely over here. Valera goes down, so does the core. Team WAH with a 3-1 victory in the grand final. They decide the best of 5 in their favor and crown themselves the champions of Meta Madness 5. GG and well done. Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.